Glaze kiln opening time. It's still out there. Okay, so this is B-Mix with grog, and we haven't used this clay before. We're mainly using the WC606, which is the speckled clay I'll show you in a minute. I like this a little bit better now that I'm seeing it, actually. I like the way that the turquoise looks on it. I know the lines are kind of like but I think the turquoise came out really nice on this clay. This one is freaking cool as hell. I know you don't like this one, but I think it's pretty damn legit. Basically, we did a lot of oatmeal drips on it. I really didn't have a lot of faith in these because I've never had much luck with oatmeal, and every time I apply it, it goes on super goopy and gets all cracked and stuff. I'll maybe show some pictures. But I really like the way that it looks like. Do you remember if that was the lavender mist? Is that what that was?
I don't recall. I think it's probably Smoky Merlot.
Yeah, Smoky Merlot. I think this one came out really nice. I think that's very pretty. Alright, this one looks like dog shit. We all can see that. This one was a lot of layers of turquoise, Smoky Merlot, there was some ironstone in there, or no, it was ancient jasper. And then there was a lot of oatmeal. So this was actually the one that was super loaded with the oatmeal. I'm surprised it didn't run more because there was just like gobs and gobs of oatmeal on it. But again, I really think that the way that this turquoise comes out is very pretty on this clay body.
Yeah.
All right, this one to me is pretty damn awesome.
You gotta hold it closer.
So I'm pretty sure we did ironstone here on the bottom, and then God only knows what we did for the rest of it. I'll pull it up in a little bit, but it's got really nice purples in there. Pretty. I like that one.
Alright, maybe we gotta edit this out, but you seriously need to hold it close to the camera and like hold it in front of the camera like you're showing somebody and then inspect it. The whole time you're holding it, you can't see anything so far. Like point at it and like be looking at it in a way where it can be shown. You need to hold it like that.
Alright. A lot of color variations in this guy.
There you go.
A lot of color variation in this guy, like just a ton of color came through. We did put a lot of different glazes on it though. Again, I'll show what glazes we did apply to it, but just so much of it is just coming through, and I think it's just really pretty. I think the handle looks really nice too. There's essentially no pinholing, which is something that we always get on the WC606. So I'm really happy with the buff stoneware so far. All right, here is a guy that's going to need quite a bit of help. So obviously a lot of grinding is needed for this. This was a real toss-up. I was really not knowing how this one was going to come out. So we had a really nice glaze combo. We had a really nice glaze combo that was, what is it? Wintergreen? Greenwood? Woods? Something Woods?
Northern Woods.
Northern Woods. We had a really nice glaze combo called Northern Woods. Mako glaze that we layered under Winterwood. And basically I kind of separated out all of the crystals in Winterwood using a strainer. and because I really like the way that the beige and the white of Winterwood look, but I wasn't super stoked about the way that the crystals came out. For this one, I did I did that green under it. I put the Winterwood over it, just the glaze, and then I took the crystals that were left over and I just gobbed it on. And other than the running that came here, which I'll grind off, I'm really happy with it, and I think that it looks really nice with the face. Happy about that. Oh, this is the WC606 speckled clay, by the way. By Laguna. There is some pinholing on it. Yeah, I think pinhole. I think this is just a frick. I think this is just this clay body.
Yeah, they were saying that crazy. Having a lot of magnesium would create pinholing in a lot of different glazes. The interior looks cool.
The interior does look cool. Very nice, shiny, no pinholing on it. This is going to be our sugar jar. I got to make sure that the lid for our other one fits.
That's going to be the sugar jar?
Yep.
Jesus.
This is going to be our sugar jar?
No, it's going to be that's insane.
I love it.
B, I don't want to see that on my counter.
We did do a 5-minute hold for this at cone 6. The top shelf always under fires for us, so clearly hit like a cone 5.5. But
turn it to the side.
we never load our kiln up on the bottom shelf because it just never gets to temperature. And so I bought a multimeter so I could test it out and see if there's anything I could do to troubleshoot it. But I bought this manual kiln like 18 years ago, and I should have bought a digital one, but I was stupid at the time and didn't do that. So now we always have to use cones, and whenever we have to do a hold, it's quite a process. So I am most excited about this shelf. Definitely a strong cone 6 on this one.
Hot cone 6, yeah.
That's a hot cone 6. That's a hot Daniel.
Hot Daniel.
All right, so I'm seeing a lot of really cool ones in here. This again is on the B-Mix, and the B-Mix fire is very white. We really want to go with like a buff clay, but I actually am...
These look really bright.
Yeah.
They're very vivid colors.
Yeah, I'm really into the way the B-Mix looks.
Is this a sand and sea?
Yeah, so this is the Winterwood with light speckling, because again, I filtered out the crystal speckles, but I added it back into the glaze because I kind of felt like I liked it. I kind of had to change a heart. So Winterwood with the light speckling, and then Sand and Sea by Amico. There is unfortunately some pinholing here in the rim, which is unfortunate.
Maybe
and
the refire.
And it surprises me that is the case, because we did.
You gotta hold it so that you can see it in the camera.
Yeah, some pinholing right here. That is unfortunate. I mean, we did do a hold. It's super pretty though on the outside. I think that this looks really good and it's really comfortable to hold.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a nice one. It's too bad about the pinholing though. This one had no idea how it was going to turn out. This was gray opal, and then I did some little dots of mirror black on it. Again, these are all Mako colors. And then I did
rose quartz.
Rose quartz dot in the middle. And we knew that mirror black ran, so I was kind of hoping for something cool like this. I didn't have high hopes for this guy, but it turned out a little bit better than I expected. I do like how the gray opal though.
It's on the white, yeah. When I looked up gray opal online, it looked like it was very blue, especially in like texture.
Yeah.
But I just didn't think that it was going to turn out on our clay body. I didn't realize that we were firing on the B-Mix.
Yeah. All right, so that one was a lame one. Here's a wizard I did.
You gotta hold it up to the camera, up. Yeah.
I'm a fan of the way that this came out. So basically, this was an Amico Glaze acai matte. We had chai matte before, which is kind of like a brown version of this.
This turned out way more blue than I thought it would, which is nice.
And yeah, I put 2 coats on it.
Mm.
And then this is an Amico,
Hydrangea.
yeah, blue hydrangea, which is cool because it gave the little gold speckles for the wizard hat. But I think this came out really nice. I'm happy with this guy.
You put the acai mat on the wizard and then wiped away so it went in the texture?
Yep, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I did. I put the sponge, the acai mat in his beard and just wiped it away with a wet sponge.
This bit's unfortunate though, like these darker areas.
I kind of like it actually.
Oh.
You know how I like things looking a little handmade and a little like, you know, nice little flaws to it. But I do really like the way his wizard hat came out.
I like how you taped off the section where he wasn't. It looks like he has just like a big round face.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nice little egg. But yeah, this one came out really nice. I'm really happy with that one. I really like the B-Mix. I'm like...
I feel very confused.
I feel very...
I was going to hate it, and then I'm like, oh, this is actually really nice.
I know, like, I really don't know what to say other than, like, I'm incredibly pleased at just how nice the glazes come out on just
they come
everything.
out very vivid.
We've been just having such bad luck with the speckled buff clay, the WC606, and everything is just coming out so nice and vibrant on these B-Mixes, so I think we just need to change the clay body up. So this one was, what was it? I know it wasn't turquoise. It was the lighter version of this. Not turquoise, but...
White opal?
No. What one was this?
I don't know. I wasn't here for this. Give me some information.
Okay, so I think what this is sand and sea, and then I poured turquoise down here, and then I poured...
On top, so this base layer sand and sea.
Yeah, base layer sand and sea. Then I did a layer of turquoise down to here.
Yes.
Then I did a layer of turquoise down to here, a layer of the rose quartz down to here, and then a layer of white opal down to here. And I think that this ran really nice. This is just a little pot we'll have on the shelf. I think, again, just the glazes are just coming out so vibrant and pretty on this freaking clay body. I'm really, like, happy that we experimented with this, and I'm feeling a little betrayed by the WC606. All right, here is gray. No, this is Dunes. Dunes. This is. So this is one that you made, obviously, and I think it just warped a tiny bit. It was such a tight fit. I think if you just sand this down a little bit, I think it'll go in, but I do this came out exactly how you wanted it to. I think that this is super pretty. I really like this. And
I really like the toasty line where it ends.
I like the toasty line. I like the way the throw lines.
It broke on the handle as well.
Broke on the handle as well.
So it has that, toasty line.
So this is your first piece that you actually glaze fired.
I mean, it was not successful.
It looks really pretty. This was how it originally looked. Like so we got a whole bunch of the WC606 from like some potter who had passed away, and we like went over and we bought our garage door from these people, and he's like, and we just so happened to mention that we were into pottery, and he's like, I've got all this clay for you guys if you guys want it, and we were like, well, yeah, sure, and it turned out to be really, we were super into this when we got it. But this is like the old formula for it. The dots are a lot tighter.
Magnesium bits.
Yeah, the magnesium
bits.
bits.
They're more numerous and they're smaller, so they're like more like pepper.
Yeah, you're right. They're more like peppered. The new formula though, it's like the clay feels like it's whiter, with the dots being bigger and just more obvious. It almost looks a little like cheesy, kind of like forced. I really don't like the way it looks. It kind of just feels like someone wanted that effect and they just kind of like leaned into it too hard. But this I feel like is really subtle and nice. But really happy with the way that this came out. We'll be able to fix this. All right, so this must have been the iron luster with the
toasted sage.
And
then did you put oatmeal on the lip, or is it just a thick layer of toasted sage?
Just a thick layer of toasted sage.
This came out much more blue than we were anticipating, but
yeah, this was supposed to come out very like gray, at least. the pictures
more
that
like
we
that. Yeah, more like that. Is that just straight up iron luster?
Yeah, that's just iron luster.
I guess we haven't seen it on B-Mix. Your hair needs to be controlled.
This ran more than I expected, and honestly, it ran less than some of the things that we put with oatmeal on it, where we just covered it. I'm surprised that we got this much running right here, but it covered up my maker's mark.
Oh no.
It's okay. I think it's pretty. Man, I'm just like, I can't say enough how much I'm just like happy with the way that the glaze came out. It comes out on B-Mix. It's like we've just been swimming in the dark with this other clay, and we just have it. We have done so much glaze testing and experimenting, and it's like if we find the right color, we'll fire it on pots, and it'll either pinhole like crazy or it'll come out much darker than it did on the test tiles for some reason. So these are all just coming out very vibrant, and I know everybody always says that glaze comes out more vibrant on white clay bodies, but this is just kind of surprising for me. All right, this was a big test guy.
Oh my god.
So I believe we had turquoise, and then I believe we had turquoise. I know I layered dunes on the top. I forgot what I did underneath it, but this came out so freaking metallic. It's so reflective.
Did you use olivine?
I'll have to look it up, and maybe I'll show it on here. But the turquoise fired really interestingly on the inside. So what's the this is turquoise. So this is turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
So the turquoise fired to a cone 5.5, comes out this really nice shiny color. It seems like when turquoise is fired to a cone 6.5, it becomes really matte and muted and kind of dead. Like on the inside here, same glaze, but you could just see how different it is shiny wise. Interesting. Yeah, the turquoise looks awesome, cone 5.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I don't know if it's overfired in the bottom one. I think it might just be interacting with the glazes, because those glazes are clearly going buck wild.
All right. Well, that was really exciting. We spent a lot of time glazing these because they were just tests. We glaze the slow route, just pouring with pints. We don't have buckets and gallons of glaze that we can just do quick dips in, like we always see like Vaughn Smith and Florian doing. But so it takes us a long time to glaze just each individual piece, because we have to like wait for it to dry, and then we have to like clean our glazing station off, and then come back later, and just like little squeeze bottles that we use to apply the glaze. These guys, we just fill it up with glaze and just spray it on like the cups and stuff to get like a straight line while it's spinning on a banding wheel, and it just takes so long. But I'm really happy with the way everything came out. I think all the experimenting was a pretty big success, and I'm happy to see if I can get some of these things corrected that dripped. But yeah, cool.